You look in the mirror and within seconds your mind starts scanning. Too big, too uneven, too flawed, and not good enough. But here is the question most people never ask. Is this just low self-esteem or is it something deeper happening? Because there is a difference between occasionally feeling insecure and feeling trapped in a mind that won't stop attacking your appearance. And today we're going to talk about a difference between low self-esteem and body dysmorphia disorder. Not in a surface level way, but clinically, emotionally, and honestly. And by the end of the video, you may understand what you or someone you love has really been experiencing. Okay, so what is low self-esteem? Low self-esteem is a global negative belief about oneself. It sounds like I'm not good enough, other people are better than me, I don't deserve success, and I don't feel attractive. And it is painful, but it is broad. Low self-esteem affects work, relationships, social confidence, and achievement and appearance. But here is the key. When someone has low self-esteem, appearance is part of struggle, not the entire focus. The distress fluctuates, and compliments sometimes help. Good day exists, and there are moments of distraction. Low self-esteem is often shaped by childhood criticism. The etiology is very important in any disorder or any sort of issue or problem that one is facing. You might have a really bad experience. Okay, like if one is your child is really important in low self-esteem. It plays a great role in that. For having childhood criticism, if someone criticized you a lot in your childhood, and for instance you were a younger child and someone snapped you and they never let you to say something and you didn't have freedom of speech, and then bullying at school, it plays a major role. People laugh at you, and even whatever you are saying, even if you're giving the presentation and they are like, oh, just look at him, and they start laughing at the way you speak and everything, and then rejection, then trauma and social comparison and perfectionism. Also those I won't say that there's a high percentage of that, but introverts, they have high tendency to develop this low self-esteem, because at times if you are shy and you don't want to interact with people, you have social anxiety and you feel like, oh, I don't want to meet someone because they would judge me, and judgment is one of the major criteria in social anxiety. Okay, because they avoid certain situations and they feel like if I would go to a certain place and people would judge me. Okay, so then it's painful, but it is not like obsessive. Okay, the um low self-esteem. Okay, and it can overcome very easily. Now, what is body dysmorphia? Now let's talk about something more specific. Body dysmorphic disorder. Okay, it's not just insecurity, it is a mental health condition involving obsessive preoccupation with a perceived flaw, repetitive behaviors, mirror checking, comparing, and seeking reassurance, severe distress, and impaired daily functioning. Okay, body dysmorphic disorder is a proper disorder that is mentioned is a DSM-5 and the previous DSMs too. As a consultant clinical psychologist, I have dealt with a lot of people who had body dysmorphic disorder, but it can overcome very easily. With support, with therapy, you can overcome that and you can recover from that. Don't worry at all. That's very easy. Okay, with proper support and with proper therapy you can overcome that, and so don't worry about it. Okay, just listen to that and you can connect with me anytime. They can have a therapeutic session. Don't worry at all. Don't lose your hope. Okay. So while you're having body dysmorphic disorder, you'll have impairment in three areas of functioning: social, occupational, and at personal level. Okay, you just keep on thinking about a certain flaw, okay, and you'll exhibit certain sort of repetitive behaviors like mirror checking, comparing yourself with another person or certain pictures on social media. Social media plays a great role in creating comparison and in setting also the beauty standards. Okay, so you just keep on comparing yourself with other people and seeking reassurance. Okay, and the people around you, that also plays a significant role how they perceive you. Okay, and the flaw may be minor, slight, or not visible at all, but the person who is suffering, it feels catastrophic, and it feels real, it feels urgent, and it feels unbearable. The mind becomes locked onto one feature like nose, skin, jawline, or weight, hair, muscles, teeth, or symmetry. It doesn't let go. This feels like I don't like how I look today, and this is I cannot think about anything else, and you just keep on spending a lot of time in just obsessing over just your thoughts and just doing a compulsive behavior. And then there is a core difference. Okay, let's break it down clearly. Obsession versus insecurity. In low self-esteem, people would say, "I wish I looked better." Okay, but in body dysmorphia, you would say this flaw is ruining my life, and the thoughts are intrusive, repetitive, and uncontrollable. Okay, and the time spent thinking, with low self-esteem, thoughts come and go. And with body dysmorphia, 1 to 8 hours per day focused on appearance concerns. And then compulsive behaviors include common behaviors in BDDR: excessive mirror checking, avoiding mirrors completely, and taking dozens of photos, and comparing constantly, skin picking, and grooming rituals, seeking reassurance repeatedly. This obsessive compulsive cycle overlaps with mechanisms seen in obsessive compulsive disorder. And I'm an OCD specialist as well. Those who have seen my videos, they must be familiar with that. So, but the obsession is appearance here in this case. Okay, so for this, like for as a consultant clinical psychologist, we first screen the people. If you are not already diagnosed, we will screen you, we will make assessment on you. So that's why we are clear on what diagnosis is. Okay. So then reality distortions, low self-esteem. You recognize your thoughts may be harsh. And in BDD, the flaws feels undeniably real. The logic does not suit it, and reassurance doesn't stick. One thing that I want to share with you is a person can have two or three disorders at the same time. Okay. Uh, in diagnostic criteria, it's only mentioned that be carefully diagnose the other person. Okay, and it is treated very easily. Don't worry at all. Okay. So there's a proper diagnostic criteria. You have meet all the criteria and everything to be diagnosed with that. And then the emotional experience, let's talk about what it feels like. A lot so like low self-esteem feels like sadness, comparison, and self-doubt. But body dysmorphia feels like panic, shame, disgust, urgency, and social terror. And people with BDD often avoid photos, avoid dating, avoid social events, and quit jobs and cancel plans last minute. Okay, and it becomes isolating. And here is something deeply important: many people with BDD do not tell anyone because they fear being seen as vain. But this is not vanity, it is suffering. Okay, so do not suffer alone. Please share your, whatever you are feeling with someone who is very close to you and with that person who understands you very well. In social media in American culture, in the US, we live in a comparison culture like filters, cosmetic procedures, gym culture, influencer, beauty standards, and grow up transformations. The social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, it amplify appearance surveillance. Okay, so the brain adapts to constant self monitoring. Camera angles, lighting, symmetry, zoom in, and over time this can intensify vulnerability, especially in teens and young adults. There is even called Zoom dysmorphia, where constant video calls increase self scrutiny, and culture pressure doesn't cause BDD alone, okay, but it can trigger and worsen it. So, I just want to initiate a training program for people too. It will be online. If you're interested, just comment me below, okay? That would help us, and that would be easier for people to overcome that. And when cosmetic procedures don't feel the pain. It is one of the biggest clinical indicators. Low self-esteem, like changing appearance, may bring relief. And then body dysmorphia, surgery really solves the distress. Focus shifts to a new flaw, and the obsession returns. This is why research consistently shows cosmetic procedures do not resolve BDD symptoms long term, because the problem is not the body, it's the perception system in the brain. Okay, and neurological and cognitive mechanisms. Neuroimagining studies suggest people with BDD process visual information differently. They may overfocus on details, struggle to see the whole face or body, and magnify small imperfections. And cognitively, there are distortions, catastrophizing, mind reading, and selective attention and emotional reasoning. The brain becomes threat oriented toward appearance, and it treats a minor flaw as danger. Quick self reflection questions. Ask yourself, how many hours a day do I think about this flaw? Just ask yourself, okay? That is self reflection questions that would develop insight, okay? Do I avoid activities because of it? Does reassurance help, or does the double return immediately? Have I changed my life because of it, and does it feel obsessive and uncontrollable? If appearance distress is severe, time consuming, and functionally impairing and compulsive, it may be more than low self esteem. Then treatment differences. Low self-esteem may respond well to confidence building, self-compassion work, and inner child therapy and cognitive restructuring, and especially while focusing on the main causes. Okay, and body dysmorphia disorders require structured treatment, often including cognitive behavior therapy, exposure response prevention, medicines such as SSRIs when clinically indicated. And goal is not convincing someone they look fine. The goal is reduce obsessive thinking and compulsions. And these, not just these two treatments, there are multiple treatment and multiple therapies that I usually use, and I usually use a collective approach because it target the symptoms very well, and it target it, and the recovery is very fast. But I don't need to drag your sessions, and I just want your instant relief as soon as possible. Okay. The constant sessions are really necessary. So if you have been silently fighting this, please hear this clearly. You are not shallow. You are not dramatic. You are not broken. This is low self esteem. You deserve compassion and rebuilding. And if this is body dysmorphia, you deserve treatment, not shame. Okay? And the mirror is always the problem. Sometimes the lens in the mind needs healing, and healing is possible not through perfection, but through learning to step out of obsession and back into your life. Okay? So don't lose hope. I'm here for you. Okay? As a consultant clinical psychologist, you guys can connect with me anytime. We can have therapeutic sessions. There are multiple therapies that have worked really well with a lot of my clients. We can have virtual sessions as well. So stay connected with me. See you soon in the next video. If you guys haven't subscribed my channel, please just go and subscribe and like it. And comment me below. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.